So like Samora said, guys, hop onto our social media. And today, because it is Family Day, we're asking you guys to take a picture of your family and post it to us on Facebook and Twitter using that hashtag HN9Pop. Now, guys, over the last few years, we've seen the rise of different types of families besides the one that we are used to, which is the traditional family. Now, today we are joined by Judy, who is the director of Hope House Counseling Sense, and she is a counselor herself. She's going to help us unpack all these different types of families. Hi, Judy.
Thank you.
Awesome. Now, I mean, when we look at families, what does a traditional family consist of?
Traditional family is mother, father, and children.
Okay, cool. So that's what a traditional family looks like. Now, we've seen so many different types of family, especially with the rise of social media, one of them being Angelina and Brad Pitt. They're commonly known as Brangelina. Now, they've got about 6 children in their family, of which 3 are adopted and 3 are biological children. I mean, like, what would the family setting be like when you have adopted kids in your family?
It shouldn't be any different to having biological children. They should be treated the same. And if that's the case, then the children should feel as much a part of the family as the biological children.
Yeah, hey, they shouldn't know that there's a difference.
No.
Okay, so they've got 3 children that are from different continents. One is from Asia, one is from Africa, one is from Europe, and then the 3 are their own children. How would you kind of arrange events, or how would the family dynamic be with all these different children from different continents? Because of course, being adopted, they've grown up in a foster home before and they're used to certain traditions.
Because they grew up in their own cultures and certain traditions, then it's good to celebrate those. Perhaps recognizing their cultures, the traditions that go with their nationality. And yeah, just celebrate them as you would any other. Try and incorporate it into one celebration with little bits and pieces.
Okay, how would we get around the language issue?
Do you mean teaching?
Yeah, like let's say a particular child has a certain language. Would we all move to the common language in the house or the common language of the country?
Ideally, one would stay with the common language that is taught in the schools that the children are going to go to, because they would need to learn that language, whatever it is. And obviously, in their case, it would be English, but not necessarily lose their ethnic and cultural languages if they wish to. Some adopted children don't choose to learn their home language.
Do you think it's important, Judy, that if a child is adopted, they should know who their biological parents are? Is this up to the parents of the household?
I'm not sure that they should know who they are, but I do think they should know where they come from. And there's a difference in that. Knowing a specific person, I think that's up to a child as they get older. But when they're young, they need to know where they came from. And I think that's important.
Now, we also see the rise of same-sex marriage happening, and it happens with a lot of fathers especially. Would you say that a mom is needed in a household, or is it possible for 2 men to raise a child?
It's possible because it is happening. Research has shown us that actually those children don't suffer in academics or social skills or anything else. Over the last 30-odd years, research been done. And so it depends. To me, it depends on how the children are raised. Yeah,
and I mean, obviously they're using a very successful recipe in that family. What would you say it is? Is it love? Is it attention? What are they doing that is possibly more than a traditional family is doing?
Well, I don't know if it's more than a traditional family, but children need love. They need unconditional love. They need acceptance, and they need security. And if they provided that in a family unit that is different, then they will thrive.
Sure, hey, love and attention and unconditional love. Wow, that's so intense. Now, in South Africa especially, we see the rise of a lot of child-headed homes, which is a little bit unfortunate. Why does this actually happen?
Look, it's, everybody blames it on HIV, but it's due to illness, other illnesses as well. It's due to poverty, parents moving away to find work. It's also due to crime and incidences that happen in family life. So there's lots of reasons.
Sure, so you'll find perhaps a brother or a sister heading up a household, whereas they would still be in maybe grade 11 or grade 12. What is wrong with this picture? Can a child actually head up a home?
It's not the ideal. But, and this is a personal opinion more, is that it's better for children to remain in a family unit, even if it's headed by a child, than it is for them to go into a system where they get lost and separated. Because in a family, they're connected. And there are NGOs out there that will help child-headed families to actually stay and remain as a family.
Wow, so you mean by financial assistance?
They help them access grants, help teach them how to cook, how to provide nutrition for the children, make sure that they have uniforms and can get to school. So keeping the family together, but actually supporting them in that.
That's really beautiful, guys. If you are watching the show today and perhaps you are in a situation like that, or you know someone, please go out there and do research. I'm sure that these organizations do have websites at the end of the day, because you could get that financial assistance that you need as a family of children. Sure, that's really, really intense. What is the best recipe for any kind of family that you would say? I know you spoke about love and attention early on, but no matter what kind of families we find ourselves in, how do we make sure that we are always a successful family?
That's a really complex question, but it really boils down to love and attention, treating children the same whether they're adopted or whether they have special needs, anything else. But you know, children really thrive on love. Children really want to do what is right, what is good, and if they're given the role models and the opportunities to do that, we actually have a program that encourages that, teaches all these families, same-sex, child-headed households, how to be a family.
Okay. Well, guys, we've got more information about Hope House on our Facebook page if you guys want to find out more about family dynamics. I've got one last question for you, Judy. What is so special about your family? Why do you love your family so much?
I've got an awesome family. I have 2 adopted cross-racial children, grandchildren, and 1 biological, and I can state that I love each one of them exactly the same.
Wow.
And they bring me so much joy. I couldn't love them anymore.
Wow.
And, yeah, I have an awesome family, and it's because they've been given love. Look, we've had our troubles, but you know, love, attention, and the security of knowing that they are loved.
Sure, love is the strongest force on this planet.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much, Judy, for sharing with our family right here on Hectic 99.
Hectic.